Asterisk. Imagine an entire army equipped with heavy machine guns defeated by a flock of emus. Flamingo fire, how did a battle against birds turn into one of the biggest military embarrassments in history? Stay with us for the story of the Great Emu War, a battle no one saw coming. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video, so you never miss out on new content. Let's get started. Asterisk. The story begins in Australia in 1932, when farmers in Western Australia faced a real disaster. Tens of thousands of emus invaded the fields, destroying crops and drinking water meant for livestock. The crisis worsened day by day, turning the farmers' lives into a true nightmare. After all the farmers' attempts to stop these giant birds failed, the government decided to intervene, but the decision was completely unexpected. The Australian Army would go to war against the emus. A military unit armed with heavy machine guns was deployed, led by Major Meredith, with a clear mission: eliminate the emus and regain control of the farmland. On the first day of the operation, the soldiers took their positions and waited for the emus to arrive. Soon enough, a large flock of birds appeared. The army opened fire, but the outcome was completely unexpected. With their incredible speed and agility, the emus effortlessly dodged the bullets and escaped. They ran at speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour, making them nearly impossible to hit. As the battle continued, things went from bad to worse. The army tried setting up ambushes, but the emus were incredibly smart. They spread out into small groups to minimize losses, making it nearly impossible to eliminate them. In one attempt, the soldiers mounted machine guns onto military trucks, but the rough terrain made aiming impossible, resulting in a complete failure. After several days of failed attempts, the army was forced to admit defeat. They couldn't eliminate the emus, and their ammunition was starting to run low. This led to a major embarrassment, as the media began mocking the Australian Army, calling the campaign one of the biggest military failures in history. After the disastrous failure, the government decided to halt the operation, allowing the emus to continue their lives freely. And so, the Great Emu War ended with a decisive victory for the birds, while the army returned in unprecedented defeat. The lesson? Never underestimate your opponent, even if it's just a bird. Intelligence and speed can outmatch brute force and military power. Not every battle can be won with weapons. Sometimes, the key is adapting to nature instead of fighting it. And so, the Great Emu War became one of the strangest battles in history, and its story continues to be told to this day. Flamingo fire.